was roaming around the world trying to get nuclear weapons from everybody. It was completely untrue. If you read the Atlantic article, it was a state funded operation where elements deep within the Saudi state national security apparatus had groomed and funded these hijackers, groomed them, sent them to America. They trained, they carried out the attack. And then we invaded Afghanistan and Iraq, who both of those countries had absolutely nothing to do with this, you know? So it's just interesting, all of this stuff. Now, this is the article that's coming out in 2024. The article in 2044, once everyone has been dead for many, many years, will be, well, it also seems like the Saudis might have had some weird, like, co-conspirators maybe in our government. Who knows? But that article will get even less attention than this article, if you can imagine it. We have one date left on this tour, and it is in Nashville. It is in Tennessee. We are ending it in Tennessee. Um, we have one date left, folks, and it is in Nashville, Tennessee. The Comedy Mothership has sold out the Ryman Auditorium at Nashville, Tennessee. Also, by the way, next November, if you want to plan early, we will be in Des Plaines, Illinois, the event center at Rivers Casino, November 2nd, right before the election at Rivers Casino in Illinois, and that'll be very exciting. But it is, we have one thing left. We have one show left. We've enjoyed everybody who has come out. We've sold more tickets this tour than we have in any other tour, and we've gone everywhere. Thank you. We've gone everywhere. We've gone everywhere. Did the Chicago Theater again, which I love. We've done Carnegie Hall. We went all over the country. We did Royal Albert Hall in London. We went as far as Finland. We went all over the place, and we had a lot of fun. We sold more tickets than we ever have before this tour, which is great. And we'll be recording a special pretty soon eventually, and then we're taking the summer off to podcast and the fall, and then we'll see you guys, late fall, probably next year. Um, and It's very, very exciting. We thank everybody who bought a ticket. We've had so much fun on the road, more fun this year, I think, than we've ever had. I mean, we've been lucky enough to do some of the coolest venues in the world. And we've been lucky enough to do the pod every week and keep a pretty decent schedule. It's been a little hectic, but it's been pretty good. As we go out here, I want to say that right now, Boeing's getting a lot of heat. And it might not be popular to say, but I don't, the thing about me, I don't care. I stand on my moral ground. And a lot of people don't. Their ground is very shaky. A lot of seismic activity on their moral ground they're on. Okay. Not mine. I love Boeing. I love Boeing. I love Boeing. I appreciate Boeing. Everything I've said about Boeing in a negative way has been a joke. I think Boeing is great. I think domestically they've taken me all over the country. And I love that they're building weapons of peace. That's something I love about Boeing is they're building weapons of peace. And every plane that Boeing makes, people don't realize it. Because people are like, oh, Boeing's just to take your fat ass down to Disney World. Boeing's just trying to take your fat ass to fucking Sedona, Arizona. No, it's not. Boeing builds a lot of planes that keep the peace, weapons of peace all over this world. And I love Boeing. I'm a fan. It was my first word. It was my first word as a kid. People don't even remember, their first word. I said Boeing. It was my first word as a child to my father and my mother. Losers. No, nothings. I love them both, but had not really accomplished much. And at that point, they did better later on, but still not as as good as I deserved. But I said Boeing to them, and immediately they knew that I understood the role that Boeing played in everything. I don't know about these whistleblowers who keep dying. I don't know. I don't know about it. I would say that, another Boeing whistleblower dies at 45. Every death is a tragedy. Every death. His aunt said he passed away yesterday morning and his absence will be deeply felt. We will always love you, Josh. She killed him. But here's the thing, we all want to blame Boeing. That's the knee jerk reaction, is just to blame Boeing for all the people that have said bad things about them dying. I have learned not to question God. I have learned not to question God. And God puts us on this earth for a period of time and then he takes us off this earth. He does it. Him does it. God is him. All the kids say that. They go him. They comment him. When someone looks good, they go him. You're him. God is actually him, young guys. And God has chosen to take these 3 or 4 Boeing whistleblowers from this earth. We cannot ask why. We cannot ask.